So this is really more like a vlog for myself. I've really come to a crossroads in my vegan journey, my high carb, low fat vegan journey, in that I am feeling really bad about myself, and it's becoming like more consistent. And I don't know if I'm just like being crazy, but I'm becoming more and more obsessed with weight loss than I was at the beginning. And I know that it's because I've lost sight of how painful it was maintaining a extremely low weight before I became vegan. But I've in the past like 4 years, since like really just becoming conscious of my weight and stuff, I've never really stopped fluctuating like up and down. And so it's really, I think what's been challenging for me right now is that I am maintaining my weight, and I'm not like going up at a crazy rate, but I'm also not dropping any weight because the goal of this was to stabilize at a higher caloric intake. And even though I am doing that, and I wouldn't say I'm like that's complete, even though I am in the process of doing that, and I feel like I've been pretty successful so far, I like still look in the mirror, and maybe I'm just psyching myself out, maybe it's true, but I feel like I'm gaining like, and it's like the worst, I feel like I'm gaining fat, and I don't know what to compare it to. I don't know what like my normal body is supposed to be. All I know is like this feeling, like feeling fat, and then going on like a crash diet or like crazy exercise, and losing it to make myself feel better. Or usually it'll be like a 7-day like limited to no food intake, and then I'd feel better, or water depleting, and then I'd feel better. And like it's kind of like I just don't know what to do as a vegan, or like in this healing process. I just don't know what to do to get myself away from feeling like this, because I really don't want to go back to where I was, but I also really don't want to gain fat. And it's not about the weight, it's about the fat. It's about what I see in the mirror. And I have no perception or concept of what I even looked like before this, like non-water depleted or non-starving. I mean, I guess this is what I would look like. I'm just really stuck at, do I continue this, or do I go back to what is what it comes down to. And I just spent like 5 or 10 minutes just like body checking basically. And you should never do this. You should never do what like I'm doing. So learn from me. Don't ever like body check if you're in the middle of like recovering from anything, whatever. If it's just negative body image. I mean, for me it's a little bit more extreme, a few other issues, but which I guess I'll eventually make a video on, but just not yet. But I guess where I'm at is, do I continue what I'm doing, or do I make a change? And I used to always make a change. I would do some other like diet, or some other form of restricting, or some other form of other things. And I feel like if I stop what I've done now, I'll never see what could have happened. I'll never know the potential that I could have reached on this high carb, low fat vegan diet. I'll never know if it would have worked long term or not. But then again, I could also just gain a ton of weight, and in a year end up like just overweight, and then I'll have regretted not turning back right now. So, and like I said, I feel like I'm at this crossroads now because my body is still the same weight and proportions that it was when I started this, if not a little bit leaner. I feel like my face is a little bit leaner, my arms are a little bit leaner, but I just don't know what to do. So I think what I have to do is continue on. And when I started this vegan journey, I did not think I would make a time commitment to this. I didn't put a time commitment on it. I didn't say I'll do this the rest of my life. I didn't say I'll do this for a year. I didn't say I'll do this for 6 months. I just said I'll do it until I want some bacon. I'll do it until I want a cheeseburger. But like, I so desperately wanted to try anything to get past my eating disorder orders, like whatever, and so far that part has worked. So I'm kind of just like talking through this and I guess gaining a little bit of confidence, hopefully. But I guess my number one goal I'm on the way to achieving. You know, I'm not like cured. I don't think you can really cure eating disorders if you have it to this, to the level or for the length of time that I was in them. But I think you can reduce that mentality and get past it, and that's really what I'm trying to do. So I just have to keep reminding myself that I guess being thin isn't worth those things, even though I'm just scared. Like, all the things that I used to do to control my weight, and I am not doing any of those things. So I guess it's when you try anything new. So I think I'm going to at least try to stick this out through the end of the year, because it's not like it's not really about being vegan even, because I'm not craving meat, I'm not craving like cakes and dairy and cheese, I'm just craving being skinny. And it's not that I'm fat yet, I feel like I'm getting there, but I don't know, I feel like I'm on the verge of starting to gain weight. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't think it's grounded in any like measurements or science or anything that I've noticed in my body, but I just feel like I'm on this breaking edge of like, am I going to commit to this and gain the weight? Then maybe I need to, or whatever, you have to, or do I go back to and I guess when I say it like that, you know, the answer is pretty clear. Like, I cannot go back to what I was doing. Like, I would literally rather do anything else. So I guess I'm answering my own question. And it's not even about like going back to not being non-vegan. It's like going back to starving myself or being bulimic or maintaining this vegan thing. And I definitely have used this vegan lifestyle as a tool to, I guess, trick my mind into thinking that this is an okay way of like building back my calories and building back my metabolism without hopefully gaining a ton of weight. And you know, the benefit of that is that I think it is a healthy way as well, but my mentality has just been wrong this whole time. I really haven't done this for health. I've done this for I've done this for health, but I really haven't done it for like because meat is so bad for you. I've done it because I believe that this is the way to not have to worry about it in the long term. And right now, I'm 5 months in, this is not long term. Like, 5 months is not a long term time period. Could I do, now let's just talk about what I've been doing, you know, how I've been eating, like what I've been doing exercise wise. Could I do this the rest of my life? Yeah, fuck yeah. It's been great. I've been eating a ton of food. I've been exercising very minimal, like less than I've ever exercised since I was like 8 and first got in a swimming pool and started competitive swimming. And I'm also, you know, at least similar to the leanest I've ever been. I definitely am not water depleted, and I've been water depleted before, and that would be the leanest I've ever been. Or I would be water depleted on and off. So I'm not like the leanest ever, but I know that I could within, you know, 9 days really get back to the leanest I've ever been by just like water depleting and carb depleting. But I don't know, is that going to make me happy? I mean, should I just do it again? Should I just go back one more time just to see how it feels? I mean, do I really need to do this? Like, kill myself because, or not kill myself, but like go back to those tendencies just to remember how shitty and terrible it felt and how I'd do anything else? I guess not. I guess I'm just answering my own questions here, man. Now I'm stuck in a healthy lifestyle. I guess that's optimal. Oh man, it's just been a struggle week, honestly. I don't know if I actually ended up putting up my video previous to this about struggle that I had late last week, but it's just been I feel like it truly is a crossroads for me, and if I don't continue now, I will probably never come back to this and never do it again. I'll probably, you know, end up, I don't know what I'd do, honestly. Because of all the knowledge that I've gained from doing this, I feel like if I ever went back to, like, you know, eating an egg white for breakfast, a half a piece of chicken for lunch, and broccoli for dinner, I feel like I would just know it's not healthy and I wouldn't be able to do it long term. So I guess I just have to listen to myself. I should go back and watch my own fucking videos probably. And, you know, do this the right way. Continue doing it the right way. And, you know, I think what I'm gonna have to do is just say, hey, if I'm fat in 7 months, you know, I'll just have to get fat for 7 months, because I need to just do something for an extended period of time. I just need to do something healthy for an extended period of time. That's the key point, something healthy. So even if I get fat, I think I just have to stick with it. And then next January or February, whenever I start my vegan journey, I'll just reassess where I'm at. If I'm like huge and blown out, I'll try something else. I'll go paleo or something. But I think I just have to stick with it and deal with it and just do the things that I preach, because all of my video, or most of my videos, like, I try to be super confident in what I say, and the reason I'm confident in what I say in all my other videos, and even this one too, is that I know what I'm talking about, or at least I feel strongly about what I'm talking about. It's not that I like believe that I have all the answers, it's that I believe that the answers that I do have are correct. And I don't always listen to my own advice, that's for sure. But I think the best way that, and I'm not like doing this to, you know, help people. If it does, that's great, but I'm just really doing this to like journal my journey. And man, I'm gonna look back on this video and I'm gonna be like, why didn't I cut like all of that out? It's 12 minutes, just cut all 12 minutes out. This is bullshit. But I need to continue on, and I need to just suck it up and not worry about being fat so much, even though it's like the #1 thing I'm always worried about. And I can't. I try not to worry about it. I try so hard. Some weeks are better than others. The past week has not been a good week, but I'm gonna get past it. And if you're watching this video a year from now and I'm like fucking huge, you can make fun of me.